So I want you to think about something for a second. If I were to ask you, what are some of the awesome things that have happened to you over the last week or maybe the last month, what would your response be? Think about it for a second. What are some of the great things that have happened to you in the last week or month?
Great things?
What are some of the awesome things that have happened in your life in the last week or month? Then if I were to say to you, okay, tell me some of the crappy things that have happened to you over the last week or last month, what would you say? Most likely you probably came up with the crappy things that happened to you much quicker than the great things that happened to you. And I think it's a fault of humans in general, but I really think it can make a big difference if you change your mindset. You see, I'm as guilty as anyone of naturally being able to find the negative and being able to find the things that aren't so good way before I am the type of person that finds the really good over the negative. And far too many times when I ask someone what is good in life, I get the same big pause reaction that requires someone to really think about what's good, versus when I ask someone what's bad, it's usually easy for them to come up with an answer. Yesterday, I was in a drive-thru of a fast food restaurant, and I said to the lady, "How are you today? What's going on great in your life right now?" And she really had no clue what to say, but she was like, that would take a little bit to think about. And I said, well, think about it more. I hope that brightens your day. And then I left, and I thought to myself, not only is it really good for a person to think more about the positives, but what can we do as people to continue to ask people what is great in their life so that they actually have to think about it? If we got in this constant mentality of talking to people and making them acknowledge the good things that are happening, I think it could change the mindset of how people think. Because if I'm forced to tell you the good things, it makes me stop thinking about the bad things. And if I talk more about the good things than the bad things, you know what that does for a person. 2020 is a great example of a year that obviously has really sucked in so many ways. But at the same time, if you really had to sit down and think about all the good things, there probably are a lot of great things that also happen in your life, maybe in your business, as crazy as that sounds, maybe in a situation, a relationship, I don't know. But if you watch the news media and if you talk with a bunch of other people and you just say, how are you? Everyone's kind of naturally always goes to the negative, because the more you think about negative, the more you talk about negative, the more that it makes your brain also think about what's negative in your life. Versus if every conversation you have, you steer toward what's great in life, don't you think that would change a little bit about what you think? I sure do.